Blocking out the haters, but is it legal? Two social media cases are heading to the Supreme Court. And playing doctor? A man is accused of treating thousands of SoCal patients without being licensed as a doctor. You're watching The Rundown. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm Robin Winston. Are you looking to get away this summer? So are millions of others in record numbers. Airlines like Delta are already projecting record bookings for the summer. But with the FAA warning of staffing shortages, that could spell trouble for travelers. JetBlue, United, and American have all announced they will be cutting some summer flights, but that's not scaring some people.
What are you going to do? You still going to travel this summer?
Yes, I am.
Even if there's going to be delays like last summer?
Yes, I am.
What do you have planned for this summer?
Brazil.
Brazil?
Yes. I'm determined. I like United Airlines, so I'm all good. I'm going anyway.
Ooh, Brazil sounds nice. AAA saying when booking, aim for the first flight of the morning. It's more likely to depart on time. Mornings have less air traffic congestion and fewer weather delays. I'm going to write that down. Well, California's historic snowpack could spell trouble for parts of the state once sunnier spring and summer weather begins to thaw all of that snow. Some scientists call it the big melt, and it's already causing creeks and rivers to rise. Experts say the Central Valley is most at risk. Parts of Yosemite National Park could also see flooding. The Department of Water Resources says it is tracking the flow of water and putting plans in place to protect residents this summer. It's time for an update on your forecast, and we have a warm-up on the way. Let's check in with meteorologist Belen De Leon, who's timing it out in your first alert forecast.
Hi, everyone. Well, the marine layer is back, and that's going to be with us for a good part of the week. The temperatures, those have been comfortable, but now it's going to start to feel more like summer. We have a warm up in store middle part to late in the week where the temperatures are going to feel more like summer. And as that warm air settles in, we'll have less of that marine layer. So the weather's set up. We have an area of high pressure that's going to be moving into the west coast. That's dry, sinking air. It's going to squash any clouds from developing at the coastline, so less and less of that marine layer expected and warmer temperatures. Check this out. In San Bernardino, we're going to go from 84 on Tuesday to 89 on Wednesday. And make sure you have the water bottle ready to go when you leave the house on Thursday and Friday. That's when the temperatures inland could reach the 90s.
Well, the weather is perfect for hiking and biking, but firefighters are also warning everyone to watch out for hidden dangers. NBC4's Tony Shin explains.
It's a beautiful day for a hike, and that's exactly why Nathan and Daniela Busby are enjoying the many trails at Sycamore Canyon Park in Riverside.
Just because it's peaceful, the nature, just to be surrounded away from the hustle and bustle of the city.
But there are also signs at the trailheads warning people to watch out for rattlesnakes.
At first, it's a little disconcerting, but once you realize you're on their turf as well, you're in their territory, they're probably more afraid of us than we are of them.
This weekend, Riverside City firefighters sent out this social media message, reminding hikers and bike riders to keep a close eye on the ground when traveling in open spaces like Sycamore Canyon or Box Springs Preserve.
When you're out in these hiking trails, be careful. Be mindful of your toddlers, your pets that you bring along. Stay on the trail. Don't wander off.
Fire Captain Paul Seawright says you should always try to walk in the middle of the trail and not along the edges where rattlesnakes could be resting in vegetation. And if you are bitten, move a safe distance away from the snake and try not to panic.
It's beneficial to stay calm, not allow yourself to hyperventilate. Staying calm in that moment will help slow the blood flow and reduce the swelling to that location.
When you call 911, make sure you give the dispatcher a precise location, especially if you're in a remote area.
You should make sure you're around landmarks that personnel can be directed to.
This warning isn't only for hikers, it's also for people who live near open spaces. This weekend, Murrieta firefighters posted this picture after they plucked this rattlesnake from a residential yard.
Got to be careful of rattlesnakes. Got to be really aware of your surroundings.
And if you happen to come across a rattlesnake, Captain Seawright says, don't get closer to it to take a picture or video for social media.
No, I don't think that needs to be on Instagram. They could just turn around and go back down.
Tony Shin, NBC4 News.
Now just slowly walk away. A Studio City man is charged with impersonating a doctor. LA County District Attorney George Gascon says Stephen Gevorkian treated thousands of patients out of his office, Pathways Medical in North Hollywood. He's even treated people with cancer, but there's no evidence he was ever a licensed doctor in California. The DA's office is looking for more people who may have been treated by Gevorkian. A shooting on the 710 freeway. Police say it's a case of road rage. A man is recovering in the hospital with 2 gunshot wounds, just lucky to be alive. And for the first time, we're hearing from his family. The 39-year-old man was on his way to work Monday when something happened with another driver on the 5 freeway. And then just moments later on the 710 near the Firestone exit, shots were fired into his car. He crashed. His car landed on its side in the embankment. Here's his mother.
He was shot on the side, on the hip, and it went across to the lake.
To the lake?
Yeah, to the lake.
The shooter has not been caught. The CHP believes that that person was in a green Kia Soul. The young man who disarmed the gunman in Monterey Park was recognized Monday by the group Asian Americans Advancing Justice. The group hosted its annual LA Chef's Ruby Table to honor heroes in the community. Brandon Say was recognized for disarming the shooter at the ballroom in Alhambra. He was named an ambassador for justice.
It gives me an inclusive feeling like I'm part of something bigger, but it also shows that, we're here together trying to accomplish, civil rights and human rights goals.
He's a hero indeed. Producer and television host Lisa Ling and actor Daniel Wu were also honored with the Ruby Hero Award for their work in the AAPI community. The gala raises money for services to help their community. We've learned a memorial will take place Friday to celebrate the life of former Los Angeles Mayor Richard Riordan. The service will be held at the Cathedral of Our Lady of the Angels in downtown LA. Dick Riordan, as he always introduced himself, was mayor from 1993 to 2001. He helped guide LA through some difficult times, including the Northridge earthquake and aftermath of the 1992 riots. Riordan died last Wednesday at his home in Brentwood, surrounded by family and friends. He was 92 years old. A case involving criticism and social media is heading to the Supreme Court later this year. So the court announced it will take up 2 cases to decide whether public officials can block critics from commenting on their social media accounts. One of the cases involves members of the Poway Unified School Board who blocked parents who left critical comments on Facebook and Twitter. But this isn't the court's first brush with this sort of issue. 2 years ago, the Supreme Court dismissed a case over then President Trump's efforts to block critics from his personal Twitter account. The first ever video on YouTube was posted 18 years ago, and it was taken at one of California's biggest attractions. Take a look. This is the video, and it's titled Me at the Zoo. One of the platform's co-founders uploaded it. It shows him at the San Diego Zoo talking about elephants and their trunks. So the clip is only about 18 seconds, but has more than 263 million views. And my, oh my, how the site has grown. Users now watch more than 1 billion hours of YouTube videos every single day. And you can add me to that list. I'm always on YouTube watching videos, learning things, of course. A special honor for teachers all across the country, including a stellar educator from Los Angeles. So the White House welcomed teachers on Monday for the 2023 Teachers of the Year ceremony in the Rose Garden. Jason Torres Rangel is California's Teacher of the Year. So he teaches 11th grade English at Theodore Roosevelt High School in Boyle Heights.
I do this work to really strengthen the fabric of this nation. I do this work to strengthen our democracy, to create critical thinkers and young folks who know that they have a voice in this world that matters.
Talk about a legacy. Jason's parents were also teachers at Wilson High School in El Sereno. And get this, his mother was Teacher of the Year back in 1989. How cool is that? It runs in the blood.
Sad to say I'm on my way. Won't be back.
Harry Belafonte, the singer, actor, and wide-ranging activist, has died. Nicknamed the King of Calypso, Belafonte turned his career in entertainment into activism. He was also passionate about civil rights and social justice and a very close friend of Dr. Martin Luther King. Belafonte was 96 years old. Actress Carrie Fisher will be honored with a posthumous star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame next month. Fisher's daughter, Billie Lourd, will accept the star on her mother's behalf. And of course, the ceremony will be held on May the 4th, the official Star Wars holiday for fans. Fisher's star will be just a few feet away from her Star Wars co-star, Mark Hamill, and across the street from the star of her mother, Debbie Reynolds. All right, most parents turn to classics like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star or Rockabye Baby to help their little ones calm down and fall asleep. But for one couple in England, their nap time soundtrack is a little different and has a little more edge.
Play Get
Oh, that's my jam. And that's little baby Jackson, who could only fall asleep to Lil Jon's 2002 club banger, Get Low. Get low, get low, get low. Well, during her pregnancy, Jackson's mom, Melissa, says that she and her husband, Zach, would often dance to Lil Jon's music. So this video has more than 8 million views on Instagram. And get this, another 12 million on TikTok. And I'm right there with you, baby Jackson. That's one of my favorite songs, too. But I don't fall asleep. I'm like bouncing and dancing like the mom right there when I hear that song. That's a classic. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and on our website, NBCLA.com. And be sure to tune into Today in LA on NBC4 weekdays 4 to 7 a.m. I'll be helping you get around with traffic reports throughout the morning commute. I'll see you next time on The Rundown.